Hi everyone, I'm just going to do a really quick unboxing video today because I'm really keen to get in this doll. This is an Iplehouse doll. This is my very first Iplehouse purchase. I ordered this in about the beginning of March and it's now nearly July, so it was almost 4 months. Which isn't actually that unusual. They say it usually is about 3 months or so. But this is the longest I've waited for a doll because I don't usually buy brand new. This is like one of the rare occasions where I have. I ordered some extra clothes and wigs in there as well. They're on the top. And then the doll is boxed down here. I actually tried to tear this open before I realised what it was. I thought it was just some parts I'd ordered. So I think I tore a bit of the paperwork, so I'm trying to be a little bit more careful as I open it up now. This is a KID, a small child kind of sized and proportioned doll. And it cost around $300 or £250. And on top of that there was postage and also the other things I ordered. So yeah, this is it says assembly manual. So if you want to, yeah, I tore that a bit because I didn't realise what it was and I started opening it too quickly. So the doll I've ordered is Paige, which is one of their newer models. Oh, I've been really nervous about this because I've heard that some of the dolls that they're doing now, the face-ups haven't been that great. But she's looking okay. She seems really small proportionally because she's only a 1/6 height, so she's about 30 centimetres. So a lot smaller than the other dolls. Here we have the certificate of authenticity. And it gives you the information on there. And then she's carefully packaged up here. And the skin tone is a peach gold, which I'm very pleased with. Iplehouse is one of the companies that do a good range of skin tones because I prefer more of a realistic skin tone, and a lot of companies do sort of a pale, very white and yellow. I think the face-up is pretty good compared to the promotional images, and I think the body is very good. I do a little bit of posing with it. I like the proportions on the body. It feels good and solid. I went for the mobility joint on the thighs, so that can be kind of swiveled around that way as well, because it was only a little bit extra. And the chest moves as well. And the back of the head, you can see the head plate. It says Ipple for Iplehouse. Just blow a bit of dust off there. Yeah, it's I think the face-up is pretty good. You see she's got some freckles on top of the blush. There's a lot of detail on the lips and the eyebrows. I'm going to have to see what she looks like dressed up, but first impressions, I'm very pleased with this doll. I think it probably was worth the money, especially because the doll itself I didn't think was that pricey. Obviously it's a small sized doll. The larger you go it will be more expensive, but I thought this was a pretty good price for a doll this quality. Yeah, she's got a lovely feel to her. So I'll get her dressed up and I'll take some photos or some footage of that. Okay, this is potentially the most unflattering outfit I've seen on a doll. So it's like, because the jumper's very chunky, I don't think it sits well on her at all. I basically ordered a outfit because I wanted to make sure I had something for her when she arrives, because I don't like having dolls that have to sit around with nothing to wear, and I wanted something good quality. But I was actually a bit disappointed in the range of clothes on Iplehouse. I know that in the past they've sold all sorts of kind of outfits which are very interesting and unique, but at the moment they really have a very limited range. It's quite basic, and there's a lot of sort of like very simple cotton dresses, which I'm not a big fan of. I like the dolls to look kind of more like they've got layering and they've got coordination. I really like the dress this doll was pictured with on the website, but that wasn't actually available to buy, which was a real shame. So I bought these trousers, and then they come with suspenders. I think maybe the suspenders are supposed to go on the outside of the jumper because they're really big. They don't actually go in the right place. But then, yeah, the jumper just looks very chunky, particularly where the trousers fit. And the trousers were very tight. And this is a boy's outfit, so the only thing I can think is that maybe there's a slight difference in hip size between the boy body and the girl body. I didn't make a note of that when I purchased her. I also ordered a short wig as well in the same colour, because I think when it's a younger looking doll, it is quite fun to try them as a boy or a girl, and sometimes you don't know what's going to look better. Oh, this one feels very tight. One thing I will say I think is quite cute about the Iplehouse clothing is they have a little label in them that says the brand Iplehouse, like a clothing label. I think that's quite cute, even if the outfits themselves are quite basic. Just from handling the doll at the moment and dressing though, I'd say I really like the feel of a doll this size. Basically, it just feels really easy to handle and move around, and I think it'd be very comfortable to take out and take pictures, because it just feels like a large Barbie, a large chunky Barbie, so it's even more comfortable to handle than a small fashion doll. I mean, I have to say, one thing I found interesting in the flesh, the face up looked actually a bit older than I thought it would. I thought this would very much pass as like a 10-year-old kid, but when she has the female wig on, I'd say she looks more like 14 or so. But actually with the boy's wig, then I'd say then once again he looks younger because he's got sort of the chubbier cheeks and the pinker lips. He's not a bad boy actually. I thought he wouldn't look like a boy with the short wig, but he does look quite boyish. I think because there's thick eyebrows on here on this face up, which I think lends itself quite well to kind of a male or a female character. So yeah, I will try out some different outfits until I can find what I like for her, but just first impressions, I think this is really good. I'm really glad I bought this. I was a bit worried because it took so long to make and so long to arrive, and there are a lot of people currently complaining about their face ups not coming out well, and just the weight as well, that the quality isn't as good as it used to be. But as far as I can see, the quality on this is very good, and yeah, I'm very happy. I think I'm going to try and get a lot more clothes for her and take her out and photograph her, because I think she's a really fun sized doll.